Shark Nation, what is good, man? How you doing? How you feeling? And welcome back. I'm IC3 3000 to be exact. And look, man, we are now in season 3, episode 5 of the Seattle Blue Shark Dynasty. And listen, man, if you did not catch last week's episode, if you're just now tuning in, man, trust me, go back and watch that one, man. It was an absolute classic. 62-64, the Sharks barely squeak out with a win. But man, oh man, how they got there, you got to go see, man. So anyway, man, what a fantastic game that was. And you can see the social media, internet buzz is all about Seattle right now. You can see WX Sports Gear, man, with the instant classic post right there. You can see King Griffey, Beast Mode, Shannon Sharp, Stephen A. Smith, you name it. You wanted to be at that game, man. If you missed it, like I said, go back and check us out. But now we get a chance to catch up with our Sharks, man, in this current episode. We are 3-1 on the season, feeling really good, stringing a couple wins together. But before we get too far with the Sharks, we do want to catch up with the Beaumont Black Panthers and take a look at what they did last week. They end up losing a close game to Syracuse. Final score is 28-31. And if we take a look at the box score, you can kind of see it's a pretty even matchup as we dive deep into some of the stats, man. We see Lovelady. He had a decent performance, 234, 3 touchdowns. Did have a costly 2 interceptions, though. You wonder if that might have cost him the win. Never know. And then we see on the rushing side, we get a receiver, Higgins, getting into the mix. If we look down at Trey Vincent, 10 carries for 8 yards, that is pitiful, and that is not going to get them very many wins. But look, man, as we take a look at these stats, man, this is a reminder. If you think you want to be a part of that Beaumont Black Panther team, if you want to be a part of the rebuild of a whole new team, a whole new franchise, let me know right now, man. Comment down below, and I will let you know what you need to do to be a part of that team, man. Listen, like I said, we're just here to have a whole lot of fun. And speaking of having fun, Max Matrix had a whole lot of fun celebrating a victory last week in which he was instrumental. 8 tackles, 3 sacks. And if you remember, had a pivotal block kick, man. Can't speak enough about that kid's performance last week. But now, man, we are going to go ahead and jump straight to the action. Well, we are having some technical difficulties in the Sharks game, so we are actually going to catch up on another ACC matchup, Miami versus Virginia Tech. Do not worry, the Sharks will be back on your screen here shortly. So we're just going to take a quick break, a quick technical difficulty G3SN break right here, but we will be right back with some Sharks football. So just tune in, don't go anywhere, and we will be right back.
Trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricane. The Hokies will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game.
Chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on.
Pulls this one out here today. Their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch.
He can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard. Come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide out in motion. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Martinez. And a good job in coverage there.
To that same play, because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Out of the gun, the inside give.
As it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Fletcher. Got enough space. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Up now in 1st and goal. They are feeling it.
The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He's got him in the flat. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Welcome back, Shark Nation. We are now getting on the other side of some technical difficulties here on your G3SN network. We are getting reports that somehow the file was corrupt. And if you know how this business goes, it is what it is. We just got to pivot and move. But anyway, we are jumping right back into the action in the fourth quarter of your Seattle Blue Shark game versus the San Jose State Spartans in a tightly contested battle, 21-21, where we see the Spartans are pinched on their own side of the field on the 2-yard line. And we're looking at a 3rd and 13 now. The Sharks trying to make a stand and try to figure out a way to win this game in a game that they didn't think would be this close, but here we are. So we're going to get right into the action on 3rd and 13, where we see Max Matrix make a good tackle, resulting in the 4th and 12. Coming up on the 2-minute mark of this game, the Spartans get the punt away in their own end zone, and Flowers is set to field it at just about the 45. He's going to take it up near the 50 and get brought down, and that's where the Sharks are going to start in this fourth quarter. Under 2 minutes to go. Malone and company are going to take the field, trying to go ahead late in this game. And here we go. We see a play action, and he's looking for Goat over the right-hand side, and Goat's got it, and Goat's got a touchdown. First play of this late drive, and that is exactly what you want to see if you are a Blue Sharks fan. Billy Goat with the football in his hands is as dangerous as it gets. Number 5 in the end zone once again. That is a beautiful sight to see. And here we go. Just as we jump back into the action, we see the Sharks did not miss a step. And they are going up and late in this fourth quarter. And now the question begs, can the Sharks hold on to this slim lead late in the fourth? We know they've had some struggles on defense at times and have gotten into some offensive battles like we saw last week against Michigan State. We know this defense can give up some points, but at times they can be great. So here we go. A good extra point attempt by Zayden Upright puts the Sharks up a full 7 points. And here we are with the Spartans trying to go back down the field and provide an answer right here as they get a good pass over the right-hand side. Pick up a first down and then some. But as we see an injury to the Spartans starting running back, that's not good for them, but may be a good sign for the Sharks. Although we don't want to see anybody get injured, but this is a physical game. So here we go on 1st down and 10. Ball on the 43. We're going to see them go with another pass that was almost intercepted by Flowers, just out of his reach. Ends up in a completion all the way down to the 36. And here we go. Clock's ticking. Minute and a half to go. And we see another good completion over the middle for a 3rd first down. And this is what we were saying. The Sharks defense at times, they can just leave too many openings and give these teams too many chances to come back in these football games. We got to tighten up here if we want to win this game. And almost, before I could even get the words out of my mouth, King Trident almost comes away with the interception that would have surely sealed this game, but couldn't quite come up with it. So here we go, 2nd and 10. The Spartans are going back through the air and pick up a nice gain of 5, making it 3rd and 5. This is a big down right here. 1 minute and 12 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Spartans knocking on the door. Can the Sharks hold up? We see the quarterback drop back to pass. He's under all types of pressure from Max Matrix, and he barely gets to throw off. He just throws it out of the back of the end zone. And right here, 4th and 5. This is the game right here for the Spartans if they don't get it. So here we go. We see him drop back to pass. He's looking over the top, and that is King Trident right there. He couldn't come away with the interception on the last play, but makes an outstanding defensive play right there on 4th down, giving the Sharks the football back with only a minute to go in this fourth quarter. And you got to imagine, with the Spartans only having 2 timeouts, a first down right here would more than likely seal this game. Just want to see Malone be smart with the football here, not try to do too much as we see him hand off to Rush, who gets a nice gain of 6 right there and forces the Spartans to burn one of their last 2 timeouts. So they are down to 1 timeout late in this game, and you can sense the Shark faithful, Shark Nation is getting on their feet. They can smell a win right now. Just got to be smart with the football, but they don't care about being smart. They're going to go over the top again to make sure this game is well in hand. The Sharks go up another touchdown to Billy Goat yet again. I just told you, you get the ball to 5, good things happen. Touchdown Sharks. With a good extra point, we are looking at a 35-21 lead. And that right there might have just done it. Malone with an absolutely gutsy throw, not needed at all. Tough call right there by Coach Hughes, just letting it all hang out, if I'm being honest. And right there, it paid off. As you can see, Billy Goat, one-on-one matchup. And hey, man, let's just be honest. A one-on-one matchup with 5 might end in your demise. But anyway, man, the Sharks go up 2 scores with that late touchdown, man. And you got to imagine this ball game is all but over. Tough game for the Spartans, as it seemed like they were hanging with the Sharks. Tough game on the road. But that is seemingly going to do. We're going to see another drive from the Spartans here with about 45 seconds left on the clock. They are going to get the pass over the middle and then some. Gets tackled down at the 41. So the Spartans still trying to stay in this game, although it's all pretty much, the fat lady hasn't sung yet, but you can hear her humming a little bit. But anyway, man, we're going to see a 1st and 10. They're going to go with a spike, try and stop the clock. And this right here is just some window dressing. About 30 seconds left to go. As you can see him drop back to pass again. He's going to find another open receiver in his running back, Chark. And let's be honest, man, at this point, you just got to show respect to the Spartans. Still fighting in this game and kind of staying scrappy, as we see a strip fumble on that play that is recovered by Big Country. And so that right there is going to be the cherry on the top of this game, man. You got to imagine the Sharks are just going to get in victory formation, take a knee, and walk away with a good victory at home, man. Showing these fans what they want to see. You can see T Country, the freshman, big-time freshman, Big T Country, getting in this game late. A nice sack fumble right there from Hood, and you can see victory formation is in hand, and we're going to go ahead and run this clock out. The Sharks are going to get the dub. That's 3 in a row. The Sharks hold off the Spartans at home for a 35-21 victory. You got to love what we saw from Malone late in that game, man. 2 huge throws, but more importantly, we see Billy Goat getting back in rhythm, getting back in action. We know just how dangerous he can be. 8 catches, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns late in this game. And you just got to love what you're seeing from the Sharks right now, getting on a really good roll. That is win number 3, and that's what we want to see. We lost early. I think it was just kind of getting some of the rust off, but we know even from last season how good this team can be. The season was cut short, but we know the potential. And right now, I think we are seeing some of these gears start to turn, and we're seeing some of the things that we were expecting. So as we take a look at some of the things, some of the highlights we missed in that technical difficulty, man, we did have King Triton take one of them things back for a tutty, and that's what you love to see, man. The freshman corner getting into the action. You saw him make a big play late in the 4th. And then on the other side of the football, name we all know, we all love, LB States, doing the same, not being showed up by his younger classmen. Said, anything you can do, I can do better, little bro. So that right there was impressive, man. Like I said, the Sharks walk away with a really good win at home, protecting home field, and we are now 4-1. But now, man, we turn our attention to the Shark Bait update, where we're looking at our schedule, and we got Virginia next, okay? Virginia's not a team that we are too worried about, but one thing we know, and we saw this in the UNLV game, which is our only loss, we are not going to overlook this team. We're going to come fully prepared. We're going to come ready to step on that field and play hard, play to the last whistle, and go get another dub. But look, man, before we do all that, we got to give a shout out to our guy, the freshman D-tackle, Big Country, Big T Country. You saw him recover that fumble late in that game, man. 2 sacks, 7 tackles, 5 tackles for a loss. Outstanding numbers in week 5, man. Like I said, again, due to some technical difficulty, we didn't see everything, and that's on me. But listen, we're going to keep rocking. We're going to keep having some fun. And just so you guys know, just because you don't see it don't mean you ain't doing the thing on the field. You feel me? But anyway, man, we go ahead and take a look at the 2024 Heisman Watch, and we see one of our own, Billy Goat, has cracked the top 5 Heisman list, and this is major. The Sharks have yet to have a player win a Heisman. We did have Jared Glover get in that top 5, but like I said, man, he was not able to win it as the season was cut short. So this is really exciting, man, to see Billy Goat up in that list, and hopefully we can get him to walk away with some hardware. But look, man, it is time to get to the field. Shark Nation, you already know what time it is. It is game time. The Sharks are on the road at Virginia, looking to face off against the Virginia Cavaliers, who are just trying to maintain right now in the ACC. This is an in-conference matchup, and this is a game that we need to handle our business. We want to prove that we're a top 25 team in this nation. We got to win the games we're supposed to win. So here we go. The Blue Sharks versus the Virginia Cavaliers. Shark Nation, it is game time. All right, man, here we go. We are going to kick off first and give the Cavaliers the ball to start this game. As we see, Upright gets a kick into the end zone, but it will be taken out to the 14. We get a look at Coach Hughes and this defense first on the field as we take a look at Malachi Fields, a 6'4" senior wide receiver. Going to keep our eyes out for him and try to contain him as much as we can. But here we go, man. On the 14, Virginia's going to start with a play action, and that is not going to work against Beaumont. Smelled it out the whole way and got himself a 5-yard sack on that play. The Sharks defense started out on fire. This is an 0-4 Virginia team, and the Sharks are really hoping to dominate this game. Just kind of make a statement if we can. I know we talked about making statements before, ended up in a shootout, but listen, man, this is a different game. This is a new day. So here we go, man. 2nd and 15 after that huge play from Beaumont. We're going to see a handoff to the right-hand side, and yet again, that is our linebacker, Beaumont, making a big tackle, keeping them at the line of scrimmage, and it is 3rd and 15. Early, the Virginia Cavaliers looking like they might be in trouble. As soon as I say that, looks like we're in trouble as Fields makes a catch down the sideline, getting all the way down to about the 25 before he's finally dragged down. And talk about speaking too soon. We spoke too soon, and it looked like just a blown coverage over there on that left side, man. Fields was absolutely wide open, and I don't know how he didn't score, but right there, we're thankful we just had some makeup speed right there. Got him down at the 24, and so we're going to see Virginia go with some tempo. You can see this is a hungry team, and they are desperate to try and get a win here as they see a handoff up the middle for a good gain of 5 right there. So the Sharks defense trying to recover a little bit after that big play. Started off really good, but now just trying to get our legs back up under us as we see a nice tackle right there by States. A good clean hit right there on the running back. Didn't let him go any further. Stopped him right in his tracks. Big hit right there from our corner. So here we go. Another 3rd down. 3rd and 1 on the 16. So on 3rd and 1, we're going to see him go with a read option. He's got the 1st down and then some on the quarterback keeper. And it takes a big hit, loses the football, and it is picked up by none other than T Country once again. Right time, right place is T Country coming up with that fumble on the 5-yard line. Virginia was putting together a nice drive, but had the door slammed in their face. Tried to do a little bit too much on that quarterback keeper right there and ran into King Triton, who, like I said, last week had a really good game. Interception, return for a touchdown this week, causing forced fumbles. Love to see it, man, and the Sharks are going to start with the ball on the 5. And so here we go. We get a handoff to Rush, who takes it up the left-hand side for a nice gain of 9. And now we're looking at 2nd and 1, ball on the 14. Just over 5 minutes in this first quarter. We're going to stick with the run game as Tay Ray running hard, breaking tackles and getting the 1st down right there. And this right there is good to see. Both of our running backs having success. I know last season it seemed like Tay Ray was going to be the main back. This year it seems like roles have reversed, but Tay Ray still running hard, still a very capable running back as we see him get another good gain of 3 right there. Kind of seems like he's filling that power back role with Russ kind of being more the finesse pass catcher. But anyway, man, it's 2nd and 7, and we're seeing Malone under some trouble. He's just going to have to throw this thing away as he was running to the sideline. And so now the Sharks on their own 22. It's 3rd and 7, looking to try and convert here and try and keep this momentum going. So here we go, 3rd and 7. We're going to see motion off to the right-hand side. Malone's dropping back. Pocket's collapsing a little bit. He's looking for Bates, who comes up with the catch on the 40. Christian Bates right there, stepping up in this role, kind of this slot role right there. Just ran a nice crossing route, made himself available to the quarterback, and then Malone just did the rest. We know he has that pinpoint precision, put it right where it needed to be, where really only Bates could catch that football right there. And that was a great conversion right there. Really needed that on 3rd down, keeping this drive going. So here we go, 1st and 10 on the 42. Just under 4 minutes. Here we go. We're going to see a quick screen to Bates yet again. He's going to get another chance with the football. Only going to pick up 3 right there, but it's a nice little gain on 1st down. So here we go. 2nd and 7. We see motion to the right-hand side. We're going to go with a handoff to Rush, who's looking for some space on the outside. Gets caught up in traffic, and it's going to be 3rd and 6. So the Sharks are now looking to try and convert another 3rd down. We see motion again, and they're going to see a screen, and it's going to be wide open. Tay Ray has got a whole lot of grass, and he does pick up the 1st down. Thought that one might have been broke wide open, but he gets just enough for the 1st down. Sharks continue to move the chains. This is what we want to see right here. I know, like we said earlier, this is an 0-4 team, and we really want to just kind of assert our dominance right now and continue and just have these long, methodical drives. And right now, the Sharks are doing a great job of that as we see play action again, and Malone kind of ran out of time right there. Got hit as he threw in a double coverage right there. Was a little bit dangerous, but we live on to play another down. So here we go. Rush is going to get another carry up the middle for a decent gain right there. So we're now looking at 3rd and 6. Yet another 3rd down conversion right here, but we have been successful so far in this drive, and we are yet again, as this is the big-time freshman, Austin, who comes up with a nice out route catch, turned upfield, got the 1st down, broke a tackle, and almost got loose. We know he is very dangerous, and he has showed up big time so far early in this season, man. Malik Austin is looking like he might be one of them ones. I know we got Goat over there on that left-hand side, but Austin is very dangerous himself, and we're just excited to see what he can do throughout this season. As we see another freshman, we're going to keep saying that. We got a lot of freshmen on this team that are big-time playmakers. Benjamin right there coming with the catch across the middle. So it's now 2nd and 5. We're going to go play action again, looking for Jackson over the left-hand side. Jackson finding all types of space, getting down to the 5-yard line. So the Sharks right now looking like they can do no wrong. As we see on first down, they're going to go with a read option. Malone's going to keep it. Only gets a couple right there. But here we go. So now we take a quick break. The Sharks just trying to regroup right here. This is a great drive, and they want to end this drive with 6. As we see Malone's just going to do it himself. Just going to tuck and run from the quarter. He was just dropped back in shotgun. He saw the lane, saw a whole bunch of green grass, and just said, hey, why not? If you're going to leave it open, I'll walk right into the end zone. And he does just that and puts the Sharks on the board first in this game. An excellent, excellent drive. Great play calling from Coach Hughes. Execution from the quarterback, O-line, the whole 9, man. We converted third downs time and time again. Just kept the drive going and just kept the chains moving, and it results in 6. You love to see it on the opening drive. And here we go, man. We get our defense back on the field. Just over a minute to go in this first quarter. And the Sharks right now are rolling and looking good. As we see a big hit right there on first down. And that's what we want to see more of. We know our offense can score with the best of them. It's just our defense. We want to be more consistent. We have the explosive turnovers and the big plays. We just want to be a little bit more consistent. As we see this time, it looked like Outlaw was right there in that zone. Better throw right there from the quarterback. Just found his receiver in a tight window. As you can see, achieving an accomplishment right there. We don't really care too much about that. As we see him go hurry up. And right now, the Sharks are just trying to find, like I said, some consistency on defense as they get hit with a reverse. But right there is a prime example of what I'm talking about. And Mr. Consistent himself, Nehemiah Hood, comes up with a huge tackle for loss. You're just not going to fool him with some of that stuff right there. And I'm telling you, man, this guy right here is a game wrecker. And we love seeing him getting involved early. If he gets on a roll, he can be a quarterback's worst nightmare. So anyway, here we go, man. On 2nd and 15, we see play action as they drop back the pass over the middle. He's going to find his receiver, but there is a flag on the field. And so we wait to hear the call. And it is going to be on Virginia. They're going to have an ineligible receiver downfield. So that one's coming back. We're now looking at 2nd and 20, about 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter. And we're going to see Virginia drop back to a pass again as he finds his receiver over the middle for a decent gain of 6 right there. So as these final seconds tick off in this first quarter, the Cavaliers are looking to try to convert on a big third down, but that right there is Max Matrix kicking down the door, opening your fridge and making a sandwich. Gets a sack on the quarterback right there, and he is no stranger to doing that on the field time and time again. We already know his body of work. You see 99 on the edge, you don't have too much time, and Calandria for Virginia is finding that out rather quickly. But anyway, man, we go into the second quarter with the lead. Sharks up 7-0 in this game, looking really good. Looking in full control of this football game. And right now we get a little look at a quarterback comparison. Calandria does have more yards, but he ain't got the touchdown. Don't ever stack up with my boy Malone. It ain't going to be good for you. But anyway, we see Malone take the field as he hands off to Rush, who finds a lane on the right-hand side and gets a nice gain of 8. And so here we go. Sharks back on offense, trying to double up this lead. Go down the field and score again as we see a reverse is going to go to Malik Austin. Malik Austin's got all types of speed. He runs out of bounds at the 47. But he picks up the first down, and that was a great play right there. Virginia didn't know what hit him. And so here we go. We see another motion coming from the right-hand side. Malone's got all types of time looking over the middle, looking for 7-11 Jackson, but just couldn't find him. You know that relationship right there. He's going to look for 7-11 early and often. And so here we go. On 2nd and 10, we see him go with another screen to Tay Ray. Tay Ray's found some space. He's got some room to run on the right-hand side, and he's just going to stiff-arm the man and get pushed out of bounds at the 22. And that right there is a great sign to see from Tay Ray. Like I said earlier, man, we do have a kind of split running back situation right here. So Ray is actually out there trying to prove that he should be that full-time starter, really be the only one out there. And he's doing a great job this game, finding space, some tough running at the end right there. He is not an easy man to tackle down on that ground. We've seen it time and time again. But anyway, we're going to see Tay Ray get the handoff again as he fights for only a couple right there. And so now we're looking at 2nd and 8. 5 minutes and 30 seconds to go in this second quarter. And we're going to see a quick screen over to the left-hand side to the Speedy Bates, who's trying to get up the field, but just gets caught. Picks up 4 right there. And so now we're looking at 3rd and 4. Malone in shotgun, trying to call some audibles, making some adjustments, looking for 7-11 on the right-hand side. And he can connect. He had a man wide open over the middle, just didn't see him. Had his eyes locked on one receiver. So we do see Zayden Upright get a chance for what seemed like a chip shot, and he misses wide left. We have seen this from the freshman kicker earlier in the season. He has phenomenal range, but at times he does miss the gimme field goals. As we see the Sharks come up with another huge hit right there and almost picked up the fumble again, but Virginia was just barely able to recover that one. But like I was saying about Upright, we do want to see some more consistency from him on those short field goals. Nothing is a gimme in this, especially in this ACC conference. We need points when we can get them, and we just want to kind of see some improvement there. But anyway, getting back to the game at hand, man, we are looking at 3rd and 2 after a short game right there from Virginia. And the Sharks are going to try to stop Virginia right here and get their defense back off the field and get the offense back on the field. And so here we go, man. We're looking at a quick dump off to the tight end on the right-hand side, and that right there is Crossley Jr., who came up with a fantastic tackle. Also resulted in a fumble. He definitely did not get the yard to gain, but they are reviewing if it was a fumble inbounds or he was down on the ground. It really don't matter. I think right here we are going to see them punt this ball away and give the Sharks the football back, which we are. And so here we go. We got Flowers set to return. You know he can be dangerous. And he's just trying to look for some space, trying to wiggle his way up the middle. He's just fighting for extra yards right there and gets all the way down to the 37, where we see Malone and company look to add more to this lead. So here we go. We see motion off to the right. That's been a constant theme this game. Malone's got some time. He's got a decent pocket. He's going to find Austin running that drag route on the left-hand side. Good throw and catch right there. Just consistently moving up the field. Good gain of 4. So now we're looking at 2nd and 6. We're going to go with a quick screen to Austin again, who's holding that football like a loaf of bread. We don't love that, but we do love his playmaking ability. So we'll get the football to him as much as we can. And here we go, man, on 3rd and 2. We're going to go ahead and try to convert here. As we see, we're still in shotgun, but the handoff's going to go to Tate Ray, who was almost able to pick up that first down, but stopped just short. Might have just been a hair short right there. So they're going to mark it 4th and inches. And if you know anything about Coach Hughes, you already know there was no doubt in his mind. We're going for this. 4th and inches. Malone in shotgun. Rush to his left. Here we go. We're just going to kick it off to Rush on the left-hand side. Rush has got the first down and then some. Cuts upfield and picks up a little bit more for the first down. 4th down conversion right there. And you already know Coach Hughes is going for that every day of the week. So here we go. The Sharks offense still rolling. 1st and 10 on the 46 as we drop back the pass. Looking for Bates over the middle again, but this time that was well defended by the Virginia defender right there. So now we're looking at 2nd and 10. 3 minutes and 3 seconds to go in the 2nd quarter. And here we go, man. Malone's dropped back the pass again. He throws up a lame duck on the left-hand side to Goat, which is bobbled around, but safely hits the grass. Thankfully, I don't know what that was right there, but we don't want to see that again. And so here we go. Again, it's 3rd and 10, looking to convert and keep this drive alive. Malone's going to drop back the pass. Looking over the right-hand side, puts a touch pass to Austin. Austin comes down with it at the 30. Great over-the-shoulder concentration catch from the freshman right there. And I told you, this guy, he's looking to put his name in the hat as the #1 receiver. He's going to have, hey, he's got some stiff competition with Billy Goat on the other side, but I got to be honest with you, he's looking really good this year. And that's another first down for the Sharks. Let me keep this drive rolling. So here we go. We see another pass out of shotgun, and right on time is Billy Goat, but we see that he's down with an apparent injury. And if you are a Sharks fan, you are holding your breath right now. That guy right there is a big part of the Sharks offense, and we hope it's a speedy recovery. Nothing major. As we see Malone just scrambling out of the pocket, tried to find 7-11, and somehow that football gets intercepted. I'm not sure how Jackson didn't come up with that catch. It looked to be a good throw, but somehow the DB right there just made an outstanding play and was able to come up with the turnover. So we're going to take another look at that as we see Kendron Smith comes up with a big-time interception. Malone just kind of trying to buy some time near the sideline. And as we take a closer look at that play, man, we can see the defender just probably makes one of the craziest catches we'll see all season through Jackson's body. Hey, man, sometimes the game is just going to game you. So anyway, man, that's going to be a turnover. And the Cavaliers are going to start with the football on the 6-yard line. And he's going to find some space on a nice outside run right there. And so the Sharks trying to just get it back together after that odd turnover. Defense trying to tighten up here a little bit. And here we go. We see they're going right back to the well. The number 5 is going to take the handoff to the right-hand side again. This time he doesn't get much. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. So now we are at the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. And here we go, man. We see Calandria drop back the pass. He's finding his running back again, who fumbles. And they recover yet again. So we're seeing that they're having a hard time holding on to the football. So we may want to take advantage of that. But here we go, man. It's 3rd and 2. Under 2 minutes to go before halftime. And we see yet again Calandria looking over the middle of the field, finding the receiver for a big-time gain, another first down. And we got to find a way to defend the middle of the field just a little bit better. Maybe get them linebackers to drop a little bit deeper in their zones, because right now he is dotting us up. And speaking of dotting us up, there's another nice throw over the left-hand side that gets all the way down to the 24. So the Sharks, although we look really good so far in this first half, we are in danger of letting Virginia come down and tie this ball game. We need the Sharks defense to step up a little bit here. And here we go. We see them go back to their tight end over the middle, who's going to fight his way into the end zone for a score. And so like we said, man, this is a hungry Virginia Cavalier team. They are at home and they are playing to win right now. Their quarterback is playing outstanding. We had a fluke turnover. It is what it is, but we got to shake back. We got to bounce back. The defense just continued to let Calandria dot them down the field, and it resulted in a touchdown. We're now looking at a tie ball game. So this game has seemingly just turned upside down on its head. It's even Stevens right now. The Sharks got to try to find a way to respond and try to get that momentum back in this game. As we see Credible's just going to take this out of the end zone and make a spin up to the 23. A nice return right there from Credible. So here we go, man. Malone and this dangerous offense are back on the field. We see Malone drop back the pass. He's got some time. He's looking down the field to Austin. Austin double covered. Tried to go up and get it, but just could not come down with it. So on second down, we go back to the air. This time we throw an interception over the middle. And he is still running all the way down to the 15, still on his feet. And he finally gets pushed out. And that is a big-time turnover right there. What could have potentially been a score going into halftime is now a turnover, and now Virginia is looking to try to go up before half and take advantage of that huge mistake from Malone right there. Just did not read the defense well, and a big-time turnover. So now we're looking at 2nd and 4, and Virginia is knocking on the door. We make a good play right there, getting some pressure on him finally and throwing him off his rhythm. We need a little bit more of that on this 3rd down if we can get it. And we see right there just a bad throw in the corner, but they are going to line up for a field goal right here. This is going to be from the 9-yard line. Should be a chip shot. The kick is up and the kick is good. And with that, Virginia takes the lead late in this second quarter. And Malone right now is ice cold on the road, and you kind of just want him to get his confidence back, but also not make any more mistakes. So here we go from the 19-yard line. We're seeing Malone under pressure. He fumbles the football, and thankfully he picks it up. And right now, Coach Hughes might be making a mistake running another play here as we see Malone go down in the backfield. It might just be time to go ahead and take the knee and go to the half with the score the way it is, but Coach Hughes is going to stay aggressive, and Malone right now is just kind of out of sorts as he's running with only 13 seconds left to go before halftime. The Sharks burn another timeout. Actually, Virginia burns a timeout, trying to take advantage of what could be a mistake right here going forward on 4th and 12. And here we go. We're going to rock with him. Malone is set to drop back the pass. He's got some decent time. He's looking over the top. He's got Jackson. Jackson beat his man one-on-one, but could not make the catch. And so now Virginia's going to go with another field goal attempt from the 18, which is yet another chip shot. And so the Cavaliers go up 6 points on what certainly was mismanagement by Coach Hughes. I've got to be honest. We would have loved to just see him take a knee right here, which they do now, but that could be a huge mistake. Coach Hughes deciding to go for it late in the second quarter and gave Virginia an opportunity to add more points on the board, which they did. So at halftime, we're looking at a 13-7 score. And surprisingly, the Sharks are down in this one as we take a look at some secondary stats. Well, we do have those 2 interceptions, man. Malone kind of just not being sharp right now. Had a great first drive, but after that, a little bit of a struggle. But on the other side, man, Calandria for Virginia is having himself a really good game, finding his receivers all over the field, threw for a touchdown, and is really in just a good rhythm right now. And the Sharks have got to try to find a way to just get some pressure on him. He is a sophomore, still a young quarterback, so We just need to figure out a way to get to the quarterback, throw him off of his rhythm a little bit. And the Sharks offense, we've got to start cooking a little bit. We need some scores on this board. We've let them come back and get the lead. So here we go. The Sharks are going to start with the ball to start this second half, and we are going to see if this offense can get it together, get back on track, and try and go down the field and get a score on the board, try to take this lead back. But here we go. We see Malone in shotgun with Rush to his right. He's going to take the handoff, make a nice cut up the field, get 5 yards, and then finally get brought down at the 21. So here we go. On second down, we see Malone still in shotgun. We're going to go right back to the same play, but this time they were ready for it as we only pick up 1. So we're now in another third down situation, 3rd and 4, looking for Goat over the middle. Good to see him back in his football game. Makes a catch, gets upfield, and gets the first down. So the Sharks are now moving the football, getting all the way down to the 30, resetting the downs. Get on first down. We send Goat in motion to the right-hand side as we hand off to Rush up the middle, who gets a short gain of 3 right there. So here we go. On second down, we're going to stay in shotgun. And Malone's dropped back the pass. He's under pressure. He has to get the throw off. He does. A great throw to Jackson, who just puts an excellent stiff arm on the defender and turns nothing into a little bit of something. First down and then some. And 7'11" Jackson has just eclipsed 500 yards on this season. And keep in mind, this is a tight end. That's a major accomplishment for this young man. And we already know he has been a huge part of this offense so far throughout the season. Time and time again, we've seen 7'11" Jackson come up with big plays, especially in the goal line situations, coming up as a big target, catching touchdown passes. Right there, he gets a first down, and we continue to move the chains. So here we go. Ball on the 41, first down. We go with a handoff to Tay Ray, who only gets about 1 right there. So it's now 2nd and 9 as we go play action, and Malone is under pressure. He goes down and loses a ton of yards on that play. So we are now looking at 3rd and long on the 49. Here we go. Malone is set to drop back the pass. He's surveying the field. Under pressure again. Gets hit as he throws, looking for Jackson over the middle. Couldn't find him, but this time we're going to see Coach Hughes continue to gamble with his offense on the field, lining up to go for it on 4th down, 4th and long, as we see Malone drop back the pass, looking over the middle to Benjamin. Benjamin comes down with the tough catch, showing off his great hands right there. A very, very contested catch. He came down, strong-handed catch right there, picks up the first down, and an absolute gutsy call right there from Coach Hughes. We know he is not afraid to make those calls. Sometimes this costs the Sharks, but this time it paid off as we get the first down. So now the Sharks knocking on the edge of the red zone, looking at 2nd and 12. Malone's dropping back the pass again. He's under pressure again. He's going to go down for another loss of 2, another sack on the play. And right now, this Cavalier defensive line is just doing what they want with the Sharks O-line, and Malone has little to no time to throw this football. Need to get him some protection, especially on this big 3rd down play right here. And so here we go. We see Malone drop back to pass again. He has no time again. Decides to scramble up the middle, trying to fight for the first down. Fighting, but barely is brought down short. It's 4th and 1. You already know the theme of this game. Coach Hughes is going for any and everything. 4th and 1. We're going to see him line up to go for it again. Tay Ray's going to get the handoff and get stopped way behind the line of scrimmage. Turnover on downs. The Sharks walk away with nothing, being all the way down on the 20. And the Cavaliers take over on the 14. So here we go, man. Calandria is looking down the field for his receiver, who was double covered, and he still almost comes away with the catch. But we got to go back to that decision by Coach Hughes to go for it on these 4th downs. It's just not making too much sense. We don't really understand why, and it's seemingly costing the Sharks big time. As we see a big-time play right there from Max Matrix, getting another sack on the quarterback, trying to keep this Sharks team with some life after these turnovers on downs and coming up with no points on these drives. But anyway, great play right there from the DN, Max Matrix. So the Virginia is now looking at 3rd and 12, and the Sharks are trying to make it difficult for this quarterback as he's looking downfield again. LB States in coverage, and that one right there is just going to fall to the turf. Terrific coverage right there by States, who was step for step with the receiver. And Virginia's just going to elect to punt this ball away. Standing in their own end zone, we see Flowers set to receive, and he's trying to find a lane as he gets brought down at the 48. And so here we go. The Sharks offense takes the field again, and we need to see them do something with it as Billy Goat's going to take the quick screen on the left-hand side. A nice gain of 6 right there. And they're going to go no huddle to try to pick up the pace turn up the tempo a little bit and try to catch Virginia off guard. So here we go, 2nd and 4. We're going to go with a play action. Malone's drifting to his left. He's going to find Jackson over the left-hand side. Jackson's got the sideline and gets all the way down to the 22. And that right there is a good sign. So here we go. Going to keep with this tempo. Going to go no huddle again and try and just march down the field and get some points on the board. Right now, we cannot afford for these drives to end in nothing. So we got to get at least a field goal. We want a touchdown, but we're going to go right back to 7-11. Jackson down that left-hand side, who is just left wide open again, getting all the way down to the 6-yard line. And right now, he is on fire. And that right there is just too easy for Malone, and it's perfect to get him back in the rhythm. And so here we go. The Sharks got 1st and goal on the 6, looking to try to punch this one in and get on the board as we are going to go right back to 7-11 Jackson. This was a 7-11 drive. He is going to come down with the reception on the outside for a Sharks touchdown. This is a tie ball game now, 13-13 with a good extra point. The Sharks can take the lead on the road in a game that, let's be honest, we're struggling in, but we are still making it work. Great route, just absolutely great drive from 7-11 and Malone right there. Absolutely on timing and come away with points right there. So the extra point is up and good. The Sharks go up by 1 point in this game as we are just over 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. The Cavaliers at home take the field again and try and answer the Sharks' late touchdown. So here we go. They're going to go with a handoff, which resulted in a 1st down. Nice run right there from the Cavalier running back. And so here we go, 1st and 10, ball on the 36. As we see the tight end motion to the right-hand side. They're going to go with a handoff to the running back again, who's going to be met by Beaumont after a nice gain of 5. So the one thing in this game, the Cavaliers have not struggled to really move the football down the field. As they do so yet again, Calandria finding a receiver on the right-hand side for a 1st down, getting all the way down to the 47. So here we go. Stay in the shotgun and continue to throw the football. He's going to connect with his tight end again for a gain of 4. So now looking at 2nd and 6, marching down the field with relative ease on this Sharks defense. They go with a handoff to the right-hand side, but this time he's cut down by Beaumont. Nice tackle to just make sure he gets down on the ground and ends that run right where it started. So here we go, man. We are now looking at a 3rd and 3. And can the Sharks get a stop right here as they're going to go with a quick pass to the left-hand side? John Shannon right there in coverage, and that one falls to the turf. So we're now looking at 4th and 3, and they're going to try and go with what looks like a 50-yard field goal, which is right down the middle. And with that impressive field goal kick, they go and take the lead 16-14 in the 3rd quarter. And here we have it. Credible's going to take this kick off to the left-hand side. He found a little bit of a seam, gets all the way down to the 24. And that's where Malone and company are going to take the field and try and continue what they did on that last drive and just march down the field and continue to put points on the board. And speaking of doing what they did on that last drive, 7-11 Jackson with a catch over the middle for 8 yards. So this is a really good sign. Malone finding a rhythm, and we're finding that this tempo is working. So we're going to continue with that as Malone is going to be the only man in shotgun as he's dropping back to pass. He's looking down the field. He's going to find Billy Gold on the right-hand side. Huge play right there. Finding 5 down the field for a 1st down. Ball now on the 40. It's 1st and 10. About 30 seconds to go in this 3rd quarter, and the Sharks are marching down the field. Can they do what it takes to finish this drive and retake the lead on the road against a very, very scrappy Virginia Cavalier defense? This time the pass is going to be broken up. Looking for 7-11 Jackson again on that drag route. This time they were waiting for it, and so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Where we see Malone looking over the right-hand side and almost throws a pick. Just not a good read right there, but thankfully it was batted down to the ground. So we're looking at 3rd and 10. Still on the 40. We see Ray go in motion to the right-hand side. Malone dropping back to pass. He's under pressure. Barely gets the throw off. Jackson comes away with the tough catch on the 1st down marker, and they mark it just short. And like I said, man, sometimes these games just have themes. This theme is 4th down. So we're going to go with it on 4th down. QB sneak up the middle. Malone gets the 1st down, and that takes us into the 4th quarter. We got a surprise ball game on our hands. Virginia giving all they can to the Blue Sharks right now, and they are up in this game 16-14. The Sharks trying to find a way to respond, trying to find a way to fight and come away with a dub in this game. So here we have it, 1st and 10 on the 28 as Tay-Ray gets the handoff to the left-hand side, but gets stopped after only a gain of 1. So the Sharks right now find themselves in another scrappy game where they are just going to have to tough this one out. We're just going to have to stay gritty and stay focused in this game and stay locked in and try to find some rhythm on offense and get points on the board. Low-scoring game, but here we go. 2nd and 9, ball on 27. Malone still in shotgun. We see Rush to his left. He's calling audibles at the line. He likes some matchups that he sees. Going to go with a quick play action. Is going to find Bates on the right-hand side. Left-hand side, Bates is going to wiggle his way all the way down to the 4-yard line. A nice reception right there by the freshman, Christian Bates. And like I said, he's really carving out his spot there in the slot. And you can see he is very dangerous with the ball in his hands after the catch. As you can see right there, ran a nice route and just kind of found some space and was able to turn that into a little bit more than it was supposed to be, getting all the way down to the 4-yard line. And so here we go. The Sharks are now looking at 1st and goal, ball on the 4, trying to punch this thing in and get some points on the board. As we see him go right back to Bates, trying to reward him for that nice play he had previously, but he is going to take a loss of 1 on that play right there. So it's now 2nd and goal, ball on the 5. Sharks still trying to find a way to get into the end zone. Here we go. We're going to see a handoff go to Rush on the right-hand side. He's going to try to cut up the field. Gets all the way down to the 1-yard line, but couldn't quite get into the end zone. So we're knocking right at the door. And we're going to see Tay-Ray come in this ball game. You know he's the power back, and he is going to force his way up the middle of the field through that D-line and find his way in the end zone, celebrating with a touchdown, a gritty touchdown. But nonetheless, the Sharks take the lead late in this 4th quarter, going up 20-16. Man, oh man, it just feels like everything right now for the Sharks is hard-earned. And that right there is honestly a touchdown well crafted for Tay-Ray. He is one of those types of running backs, just gritty. Legs continue to turn, keeps fighting for more yards, and ends up in the end zone, giving the Sharks the lead late in this game. And so here we go. Zayda Upright is going to go with the extra point. Kick is up, kick is good. So the Sharks now have a 21-16 lead late in this game, but the hot Virginia offense is back on the field. And now this game rests on the Sharks defense. Can they come away with another stop on this drive, as we see Calandria finding his receiver Fields wide open on the left-hand side? Fields ran a phenomenal comeback route right there and was just butt naked. King Triton on coverage right there. Gonna have to do a little bit better, especially if we're gonna stay in this cover. So here we go. 1st and 10, ball on the 39. Virginia trying to continue their success through the air as they go shotgun again. And Fields down the field on the left-hand side. Found a lane. He's not going to get caught, and that is going to be a Cavalier touchdown. What a play right there from Fields. We've seen him early in this game. Similar play. Didn't score on that one, but this time he made sure to get into the end zone. And so they're going to go for 2 and try and take a 3-point lead in this game, which they do. So it's now a 24-21 game here in Virginia. Crossy's going to take this kickoff up the right-hand side, trying to find a crease. Gets all the way down to the 20, but the Sharks right now are in a dogfight of a game. And we're finding ourselves on the wrong side of the coin right now as we are down by 3 and have to go down and at least get a field goal attempt, but we really want to get a score. So here we go. We see Austin's going to take the reverse on the left-hand side. He's got a whole lot of space. Austin is finding some room to run down the left-hand side, and Austin is going to score on the reverse. Malik Austin showing off that speed, throwing up the Heisman pose, and I told you, this freshman is special. 4 is one of them ones as he takes the reverse all the way to the house. What a play right there to absolutely flip this game upside down. The Sharks struggled all game to find their way into the end zone, but Austin in one play, one fell swoop, comes in and puts the Sharks back on top. Malik Austin having a phenomenal game. And right now the Sharks are loving what they're seeing from the freshman. So it is now a 28-24 game, just that quick. And so here we go. Now the game rests back in the hands of our defense. Can they find a way to stop this dangerous quarterback who's just honestly cutting us up all over the field? But this time they go with a run for a gain of 9. So right now, just looking for any answer we can find as they go with a handoff again to the outside. But this time he's going to meet a man named Nehemiah Hood in the backfield. Tackle for loss right there. Pace didn't know what to do when he saw 90 coming off that edge. And so here we go. It's 3rd and 5, just over 4 minutes to go. They're going to go with another handoff. And he is going to be stopped behind the line of the game. Interesting call right there, but we will take a great tackle right there by T-Country. And so they're going to elect to punt this football with 4 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. Flowers is set to receive, trying to find a lane. Going to get all the way down to the 46. Nice return right there. And here we go. It's money time in the fourth quarter. Malone under center, and we're going to see him just go with a handoff to Tay Ray, who's going to fight for some yards on the left-hand side. Picks up one all the way down to the 47s. And so the Sharks are going to try to work this clock late in this fourth quarter and maintain this lead as we see another handoff. This one doesn't go anywhere. So now we're looking at 3rd and 9. Obvious passing situation. And so we're going to see Malone go to work right here as he drops back to pass. He's in shotgun. He's just going to scramble for it. He's finding some space, and he's going to slide down past the first down marker. And that is why this kid is so dangerous. We know he has the cannon of an arm. We know he has the accuracy, but he can also do this. Standing at 6'5", 225, this is a guy you don't want to see running down the field at you. First down Sharks. You love to see it. And here we go. Speaking of running down the field at you, we got Tay Ray coming downhill for a gain of 7 right there, having himself a really good game. And so here we go. This is exactly what we wanted to see. The Sharks work their way all the way down to the 2-minute warning, just continuously running this football and churning the clock down as we see them get the first. They don't get the first right there. They call it just short. And we actually see Virginia burn a timeout, an injury timeout there. So here we go. We're going to go with a quick screen to the left, which picks up the first down to Austin. They force Virginia to take their second timeout, which is huge. Late in this fourth quarter, Sharks up 4, looking to go and add to this lead as we continue to just run the ball. And we see Rush just dice his way up the middle of the field, showing some nice footwork right there, getting all the way down to the 21. And so now the Sharks are looking at 2nd and 2, trying to convert this first down right here. This feels like a big play. This feels like a big first down if we can get it. And Tay Ray is just going to muscle his way up the field. He's still running, gets all the way down to the 5-yard line where he spun down. And right now, this offensive line of the Sharks are just doing their job. And the running backs finding space. Great run right there by Tay Ray. We've said his name a lot in this game. We know he is dangerous. He's showing right now why he is who he is, why we know, why we speak so highly of him. Great run from Tay Ray right there. And the Sharks continue to grind this clock down as we see another handoff up the middle, getting under a minute right here, and Virginia has no timeouts left. We're just going to continue to run this football. And at this point, the game is all but in hand. The Sharks find a way to pull off a gritty win as they are still trying to get in the end zone. They don't do it, but that is going to do it for the game. The Sharks walk away with a tough victory on the road in Virginia. The Cavaliers gave him one heck of a battle, but Malone, Tay Ray, Rush, Billy Goat, Austin, the names and the list goes on and on. But this was a team win right here. It was not pretty, but hey, you know what we say, a win is a win. A win is a win, baby, and the Sharks walk away with the dub. So with that, man, we extend our win streak and we take our record to 5-1, which, hey, I got to be honest with you, in the ACC, this is a stacked conference. I like our chances in this top 25 conversation. But hey, man, that is going to go ahead and wrap this week's episode. And look, like I always say, man, if you did enjoy this video, man, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel today. And remember, a little bit every day goes a long way. So once you take that first step, don't look back. I'm IceG3 3000 to be exact. I hope I see you guys in the next one. And if I don't, go ahead and run this one back.